Hello there children, it's Mr. Speller here. I hope you're all well at home and I'm really looking forward to seeing you all come back as soon as you can. Today children, we're going to continue our investigation of numbers this week. So far we've looked at the number 5, we've looked at the number 6, we've looked at the number 7 and today we are going to look at the number 8. That's right, and we're going to look at the number 8 and see what smaller numbers we can find hidden inside our number 8 and see what numbers come together to equal 8. So we're going to carry on using what we've used so far this week. So that will be our part whole model. We're going to use our tens frame. And I thought a nice fun way to explore the number would be to play around with one of these. What's this, children? That's right, it's a ladybird. But something's missing. What's missing from our ladybird? That's right, our ladybird is missing some spots. So I thought we could help our ladybird get her spots back at the same time as thinking about and exploring the number 8. So let's get started. So as you can see, children, we have our spotless ladybird, all of our ladybird spots, and of course we have here our 10 frame. And we're going to use our 10 frame to count out 8 spots to make sure that we have enough to use for our ladybird. Always important to make sure that we have the same and right amount that we need before we get started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many more do I need? That's right, I need 3 more. 6, 7, and 8. Get rid of those. Perfect. Now we know that we have our 8 spots because this is a 10 frame, which means there's 10 spaces. 2 are empty and 2 less than 10 is 8. And we can see by counting, we have 5 across the top, 3 across the bottom. 5 and 3 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now we have our 8 spots, we can start to give our ladybird her own spots back. Now ladybirds have lots of different ways of displaying their spots. They're not all the same. They're all very different. So the first way I'm going to give our ladybird her spots back is by putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to put 7 spots on that side, and I think I will put 1 spot on that side. So we have 7's apart, 1 is apart, but how many spots altogether does the ladybird have? That's right, she has 8 altogether. 7's apart, 1's apart. Okay. So children, we've just seen with our ladybird that we were able to have 7 spots on one side and 1 spot on the other side. 7 was apart and 1 was apart. So what we can do, we can use our part whole model to show our workings out. So here I've drawn one on the board and you can see here as our whole amount, the number we're looking at today is the number 8. That's right. So we had 7 was the part and 1 was the part. So we'll put the 7 in the part down here and 1 is the part down here. We can say 7's the part, 1's the part, and 8 is the whole amount. Can you have a go? 7's a part, 1's a part, 8 is the whole amount. Perfect. I'm going to write that up just here. 7 and 1. Should we see if there's another way we can do it? I think so. Okay, so we have our 8 spots back on our tens frame. Now let's see if we can think of another way that we can display our ladybird's spots. So we did 7 and 1. Let's see if we can find another way. So, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to put 6 on that side of the ladybird. And this time, I'm going to put just 2 on that side. So we have 6 as a part, 2 as a part. How many spots altogether does the ladybird have? That's right, she still has 8. 8 is the whole amount of spots. 6 on this side and 2 on this side. So we've just seen that we found another way that we could organise the ladybird's spots. So remember, we were always playing around with 8 spots, weren't we? But this time we found that we could have 6 as a part and 2 as a part. And 6 and 2 together is the same as 8. So we can have 6 is the part, 2 is the part, and 8 is the whole amount. Sing this together then, children. 6 is the part, 2 is the part, 8 is the whole amount. Let's do that again. 6 is a part, 2 is a part, and 8 is the whole amount. Wonderful. I think I'd best write that one up here as well. So we had 7 and 1. We've also just found that 6 and 2 together also work. Wonderful. Let's see if there's some more. Okay, so we have our 8 spots back on our tens frame, so we make sure we haven't lost any on the way. And now we're going to think of another way that we can have our spots on our ladybird. So we've had 7 and 1, and we've had 6 and 2. What do you think the next one might be? What do you think I'm thinking? How might I organise my spots this time? Some good guesses. I'm going to leave those on that side. And like that. Perfect. How many spots, children? How many on this side? That's right, there are 5 spots. And on this side? That's right, there are 3. So 5 is a part, 3 is a part, and we still have 8 as the whole amount. The ladybird still has 8 spots, even though we've changed the number either side. 5 is a part, 3 is a part, 8 is the whole amount. Wow, who knew there were so many different ways we could organise the ladybird's 8 spots? So, haven't we just learnt that we could do it with 5 as a part, and 3 as a part, and 8 was the whole amount. So my whole model, I'll put my 5 here and my 3 here. Had 5 as a part, 3 as a part, and 8 is the whole amount. Should we sing along? Ready? 5 is a part, 3 is a part, and 8 is the whole amount. Again, 5 is a part, 3 is a part, and 8 is the whole amount. Wonderful. I best write that down before we forget. So 5 is a part, 3 is a part, and 8 is the whole amount. All right. I think there might be a few more ways, so I think we should go and investigate and see if we can find out what they are. Okay, so we have our 8 spots back on our tens frame to make sure we definitely have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There were definitely 8 spots. Right, I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. Let's see if you can think what I may choose. We've had 7 and 1. We've had 6 and 2. And we've had 5 and 3. What do you think the next combination of spots might be for our ladybird? Oh, some good guesses. There we go, all finished. Tens frame is empty, so all 8 spots must be on my ladybird. Right, children, how many do I have this side? That's right, there are 4 spots. And how many do I have this side? That's right, there are also 4 spots. How funny. So 4 was a part, and another 4 is a part. And still, 8 is the whole amount of spots. So 4 spots this side and 4 spots this side. 4 and 4 together equal 8. So that one was really interesting, wasn't it? We had the same number on both sides, but together they equaled a different number. So we had 4 as a part and 4 as a part. And 8 was the whole amount, wasn't it? So I'll put 1 4 here, 1 4 here. Okay, and we can sing. 4 is a part, 4 is a part, 8 is the whole amount. 4 is a part, 4 is a part, and 8 still the whole amount. Brilliant. Now, I think there's one more way we can organise our ladybird's dots. So let's go and have a little look. Okay, so my tens frame is full again. All my 8 spots are there, ready to go onto the ladybird's back. Okay, there's just one more way that I can arrange our ladybird spots. See if you can think. We've had 7 and 1, 6 and 2, 5 and 3, and 4 and 4. So what is the last way? There we go, all finished. How many spots do I have this side? That's right, there are 8 spots. And how many do I have this side? Absolutely. 0 spots. What does 0 mean? That's right, 0 means nothing. It means there are no more. So we have here 8 is a part and 0 is a part. And still, 8 is the whole amount. So the whole number can also be a part number as long as the other part number is 0. Interesting. 8 is a part, 0 is a part, and 8 is the whole amount. How interesting was that? We discovered that we could have the whole number could also be a part of the number as long as the other part was 0, because as 0 means nothing. That means there's no more to be added. So we discovered that with 8 as the whole amount, you could still have 8 as a part and 0 as a part, and 8 was the whole amount. 8 is a part, 0 is a part, 8 is the whole amount. Let's do that again together. 8 is a part, 0 is a part, and 8 is the whole amount. Wonderful. I'm going to write that one on the board as well, so we don't forget that one. 8 was a part, 0 is a part, and 8 is the whole amount. Now here's a question for you children. If I move these around, so I put the 8 here and the 0 here, do we still have the same amount? Even though 0 is now here and 8 is here. Do we still have 8 as the whole amount? We do, absolutely. It doesn't matter what order these go in, which number's first or which number's last. It doesn't matter if this is the big number or this is the big number. We'll always get the same amount when we add two numbers together. Let's see. Does the same work with two other numbers? Let's see. So we had 5 and 3 before, and we learnt that 5 and 3 together is the same as 8. 5 was a part, 3 was a part, 8 was the whole amount. So if we move these round, and we have 3 as the first part, and then we add 5, do we still have 8? We do. We still have 8. When we're adding numbers together, it doesn't matter which number comes first, which number comes next, which number comes last. We will always get the same answer. It will always be the same amount. Well, children, I hope you enjoyed learning all about the number 8 and all of the smaller numbers hidden inside it. It's really fascinating, isn't it, how numbers can be made up of lots of smaller numbers. So I'd like you to have a go at that at home with your resource packs and your numbers and your pens. You can play around with counters, with teddy bears, anything you can find, and see how many different ways you can make the number 8. Wonderful. Well, I love teaching you, and I cannot wait to see you all in person again soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye.